everyone, and welcome to Centennial Ice Arena for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. The number 17 ranked Centennial Cougars hosting the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Fighting Bluebirds. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action in this beautiful new redone rink. Just got finished a little more than a year ago. Great place to watch a hockey game, and it should be a good one tonight.
It really should be a good one. Centennial comes in at 7-2. There are only 2 losses to Maple Grove and Andover. The Bluebirds, they're 3-5. Coach Coltis, we both talked to, and said, he feels they're playing a little better than their record at this point. But this is a really good test for this Bluebird squad. Well,
and they also have seen the Andover team. They've seen Maple Grove twice. So Andover, the defending state champion, ranked number 1 since day one. And Maple Grove, I think right now ranked number 5 or 6. Centennial coming off of a loss, 10-0 at the hands of Andover. Coon Rapids lost 6-0 first time, 3-1 in their second game against the Huskies. So
they played much, much better in that contest.
Well, and the Cougars, though, outside of those 2 losses, in their 7 wins, they have given up a total of 5 goals, including 3 shutouts. They have a freshman, Caitlin Gross, between the pipes.
And she's really a strong player for a freshman, obviously. Maddie Rooney is her coach, and that bodes well for her because that's an excellent tutelage for her to be able to learn all the fine-tuned things that you need to do to be a successful goalie.
And for those who are unfamiliar with the name, Maddie Rooney was an Andover boys hockey goaltender who then went on to win a gold medal with USA.
Now, if you don't know who Maddie Rooney is, you must be sleeping in a cave.
Good forecheck from Tara Beza, gets a turnover, got it to Ness, knocked off her stick into the corner. She gives chase, swept behind by Abby Elliott, and then right back behind by Sikora. Pass goes up, that was challenged and broken up by Headland, icing waved off. Kylie Scott will recover back in her own end, stops up to get herself some room. Now looks up, long pass ahead, Tara Beza will deflect it. Icing waved off as it went off of Sikora. And Sikora will chase with Tara Beza right on her heels. Along the near boards, Megan Gaudreau able to get it back up and out. Abby Ness just inside her own blue line, turns around. Tara Beza deflects it into the zone. Elliott recovers for Centennial, looks cross ice and finds Gaudreau into the zone. She'll just dump it, get a line change. Allie Headland will recover behind the Bluebirds net. Long pass. And Brooklyn Johnson was challenged there. Still battling for the puck, kicked free, and now sent in deep by Megan O'Hearn. Behind the net, Bolander sweeps it back for Headland. Brooklyn Johnson pass behind Tyson, but out of the zone. New Power turns it around for Centennial, gets it back in the zone.
Now defense is going to be important here tonight for the Bluebirds against the Centennial team who's tough and they can score goals.
Well, I'm going to go out on a big limb that they don't score as many goals as the boys team did on Saturday against the Coon Rapids Cardinals.
I think that would be a bet you would win, Mr. Young.
I would certainly hope so. I can't stand watching another one like that.
No. I'm sure you cannot.
Well, and this is one of those games, you have the Maple Grove and Andover's at the top of this conference. They're, top teams in the state. You got Centennial that's ranked in the top 20, but this is one of those games for the Fighting Bluebirds where they can really make a name for themselves by, if they can come out and get a win here, it really helps to legitimize their opportunities come tournament time, which is just a couple of weeks away.
Andover undefeated at the top of the league. Centennial and Maple Grove at 7-2 overall.
Well, and I believe Maple Grove's both of their losses, I think, are to Andover.
Correct.
Andover's pretty good.
They're really good.
And they're just getting better.
Yeah.
Just based on what I've seen, they're more recent. I mean, they put up 10 last week against the Centennial team, a 10-0 win.
And the Centennial team is pretty good. So when you put up 10 goals against a team like this, you're a stellar hockey team.
Skating with it is Lauren O'Hearn. She'll carry it all the way to center and now into the zone. Tipped away by Bolander. Poked back out to center by Brooke Del Castillo and fired right back in by Sikora and the Cougars.
Both teams, really kind of just figuring each other out. Still, you got a shot on goal to be had here.
Delaney Johnson coming in. Shot and the blocker save by Gross. Johnson digs it free and then ripped off of her stick by O'Hearn, but kept in by the Cardinals. Or O'Hara, excuse me. Breaking it up, Gaudreau. She gets it back, plays it down low. Abby Elliott looks to turn it up ice. That was past O'Hearn. And Bolander tried to send it back in. That was stopped up. Ella O'Hearn back behind her own net. Squeezed to the end boards by Delaney Johnson. Gets some support from Summer Francis. Francis able to get it ahead. Tripped up on the play, but no call. But Summer Francis still able to get the puck ahead. And it's dumped in by Ella O'Hearn.
Yeah, a little bit of a stick in there, but as you mentioned, nothing called by our officials.
Delaney Johnson able to deflect it in deep. Gets off to get a line change. Abby Ness on the forecheck for the Bluebirds. Newpower's pass did not connect. And that will be icing just in front of Kylie Scott. There's another look, and
She's got a stick in there, and
that's
one.
That's tripping.
I kind of was surprised they didn't call that as well. I was about to say here comes a penalty.
It looked like she might be losing her edge before the stick got in there, but the stick definitely caused her to go down. That was a trick.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But as long as you call them even.
Agree.
Getting in and causing some troubles down low is Del Castillo. Abby Ness now behind the net, trying to center, went off the side of the cage. She'll fight for it into the corner. Held off of it as Summer Francis comes away with it, gets it out to center, stopped up, turned around by Kylie Scott. Ellie Newpower had it knocked away by Tara Beza. Tara Beza sends it back behind. Delaney Johnson there to pressure, but the Cougars able to come away with it. The pass off the skates of Nicole Hammond all the way down. Kylie Scott changes direction behind her own net, trying to get away from Hemmer, cuts back in front of the net, got it to Delaney Johnson. Johnson with speed through center and into the zone. She'll take the low angle shot off the end boards. Poked at by Tyson, comes free. Brooke Johnson able to put it back into the corner. Delaney Johnson battling for it there. Coming away with it, though, at least momentarily, was Hannah Thompson, taken off of her stick, but she sends it around where Ella O'Hearn. And then sent back around by Grace Torma. Pass through the middle. O'Hearn couldn't catch up, drops it off for Gaudreau. Shot and a glove save by Cameron Mayer.
Yeah, Mayer just able to stay with it and get it in her glove. First shot of the night on goal for the Cougars. We'll see it again. Nice give. And then she's going to try and go far side, but Cameron able to glove it.
Tie up off the face-up. Puck still loose. Kicked at. Pushed to the boards. Dana Carlson battling in there. Hemmer able to force it deep. Sent around by Bolander. Tied up was Jaden Herr. The Bluebirds will send it back to the near side. Carlson can't get past Cody. Hemmer centers. Taken away by Elena Hedlund, and she skates to center. And then dumps it in off the pad of Caitlin Gross. Bolander keeping it in at the point. Elliott, high flip out to center. Nearly too many players as Del Castillo jumped on the ice and played that just as the player she replaced jumped off and into the bench. Bolander shoots one into the far corner. Del Castillo knocked Tara Beza down out front. Del Castillo had the puck momentarily, gets it back, plays it behind the net, swept along by Sikora, kept in by the Bluebirds. Behind the net, Del Castillo can't keep it away from Elliott. Out to the point, Hedlund fell down. And a good stand-up stop by Bolander as Sikora lost an edge. No, excuse me, that's Callie Cody that lost an edge, went sliding into the post, knocked the net off the moorings. And the faceoff will come back out of the zone.
Yeah, she tried to push that pass up, and Bolander getting in her way just went off her skate, and she fanned on the shot on the offensive opportunity.
Tie up off the faceoff, won by O'Hearn. Megan O'Hearn plays it over to Ella O'Hearn. She has her pocket picked by Kylie Scott. Scott will skate up the right wing. Can't get the pass through past Megan O'Hearn, but it comes back to Scott and then lost it in her skates. Megan O'Hearn turns her pass off the skates of Hammond and into the Coon Rapids end where Delaney Johnson will recover. Johnson back off the near boards, nobody home. That'll be icing and a face-off back to the right of Cameron Mayer.
Yeah, first face-off back in the Bluebirds' end, I believe. No. Okay, I thought it was the first. I'm mistaken.
She had the
That's
save,
right. That's
remember?
right. Off the face-off. Yeah, that's correct. You are correct, as always.
Well, let's not go that far. Good face-off win by the Cougars. Played out of the reach of Torma and back out to center. Cougars regroup. Broken up by Abby Peterson. Delaney Johnson gets in and gets the steal, but the backhand sent just wide. Able to force it out on the far side is Hammond. Bolander puts it right back in. Delaney Johnson again getting in on a steal, and here we're going to see the first penalty of the game. That one was definitely a trip. And it'll put the Fighting Bluebirds on the power play with 7:38 remaining in this opening period.
Yeah, good opportunity for the Bluebirds to see what they have here on their first power play opportunity. And, of course, Centennial will try to kill this one off, but you're going to see it here. There comes the stick. It's a little bit like my fall the other night.
Well, that is a scary type of collision, knee to knee. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone's hurt, but an opportunity, shorthanded. Gaudreau shoots and scores.
That was a pretty goal. Gaudreau did a nice job. She saw that opening on the far side, and she put it to the left of Mayer. And shorthanded, the Cougars get a goal here to start the scoring for tonight. 1-0 lead, Centennial.
And it all starts with pressure at the blue line. They able to force it past Abby Peterson, and then a great little saucer pass from Lauren O'Hara.
That's her.
Gaudreau all alone out front, and she's able to bury it.
She has scored in every, well, I shouldn't say that. That's her 9th goal in 8 games, so I don't know what the breakdown is, but she's the leading scorer for the Cougars.
Kylie Scott will take it down low and send it back to Del Castillo. Centering pass broken up, but got through to Delaney Johnson, then taken away by Gaudreau. Right back the other way. O'Hara will skate around Peterson behind the net. Stopped up. Delaney Johnson will recover, trying to stay out of the reach of Gaudreau up the left wing. Delaney Johnson will take the shot. The save made by Gross, and she'll hold for the faceoff.
Delaney with a nice little move, and she's able to, but she just flipped it up into Gross. 54 seconds remain on the power play for the Fighting Bluebirds. Here again, she's just going to get a shot off this nice stick movement.
Jaden Hurd plays it out to the point. Bolander's shot is blocked. Back into the corner, swept along by Flushing, but CPCR able to keep it in, but then poked right back out by Megan O'Hearn. Brooklyn Johnson trying to stay away from O'Hearn. O'Hearn able to get the steal, cut across the top of the circles, and will now just kind of find some open ice and kill some time, dump it down to her sister Ella O'Hearn, and playing a little keep away shorthanded. That's how you kill penalties, especially when you've already got a shorthanded tally. Megan O'Hearn will dump it down on Cam Mayer, and she'll cover up, get a face-off as the penalty expires. Just the one shot on goal for CPCR during that power play. It was a low-angle shot that didn't have a lot of chance for Delaney Johnson. Not the power play that Coach Cultus and his squad were hoping for, but
unfortunately giving up that shorthanded goal.
Gaudreau jumps on the loose puck, centers, played back to the point, and now back to Gaudreau in the corner. Sends it down and around for Lauren O'Hara. O'Hara circling away from Peterson. Gets support there from Summer Francis. She's pinned to the boards. Coming away with it is O'Hara. Back down to Francis. Francis will send it behind as she was troubled by Del Castillo. Gaudreau gets it away from Hedlund out to the point. Shot through traffic. Blocker save, and it trickled over the line.
Tough one to give up.
Elliott will make it a 2-goal lead for the Cougars. Just under 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and Mayer just couldn't get to that puck as it trickles over the line, as you mentioned. Goal number 3 for Elliott on the season.
Definitely one she would like to have back. She got the blocker on it, didn't get it wide enough, and it just had enough to trickle over the line. And now icing against the Bluebirds. Put the face-off back to the left of Cameron Mayer.
Oh, they're going to test. You can see it there as it just gets over the line, and Centennial with that 2-0 lead here. 4:49 remaining in period number 1.
Face-off won by the Cougars, but can't keep it in at the line. They send it back in. Kylie Scott into the corner. Now, see, they gave the goal to Gaudreau.
That's not right. They gave the assist to Elliott.
I don't know how they give the goal to anybody but Elliott, but that was clearly Abby Elliott's goal.
Yep, I thought so.
Padding the stats.
Get your leading scorer in the second goal of the night. Give her 10 goals on the season.
Turnaround shot by Brooke Johnson, handled by Gross. Into the corner with it is Hannah Thompson. She'll send it behind. Brooklyn Johnson there to interrupt, but then had it taken away by Torma, who sends it back around again. Pinching and stopping it up is Scott. Her shot into the midsection of Gross. And we'll have another face-off with 3:50 to play in the first.
Well, so far, the Cougars doing what they want to do. They're controlling the action for the most part. I mean, they're out. Actually, the Bluebirds out shooting them 6-4 at this point, but they're on top, and that's where they want to be.
Most important stat is the biggest number on the board.
Yes.
For those of you unfamiliar with a hockey scoreboard, the goals is a much larger number in appearance than is the shots on goal.
Yes, absolutely.
We're just educating everyone as much as we can.
Hockey 101.
Terabeza plays it in deep, recovers it, tries to go back door, but it hopped over the stick of Abby Ness. Poked in by Bolander. Ness can't get it around Abby Elliott, who sends it ahead. Cross ice pass by Cody was deflected up, but Hemmer got it into the zone. Then lost the handle and then stole it right back from Del Castillo. Poked in deep by Summer Francis. Flashin able to keep it in. Hedlund sends it back out, and that'll be offsides as Paige Davison played it before she was able to exit the zone.
Well, the Bluebirds in just a little bit of a hole, obviously, just the first period here, but they would certainly like to come away with a tally before this period ends.
Gaudreau able to circle, get it back out. Kylie Scott across to Abby Peterson, ahead to Delaney Johnson. A couple of Cougars collided in the offensive zone, so a little late getting back into the play. The shot gloved and held by Gross.
Opportunity for the Bluebirds, see if they can put a little pressure down now here in the Cougars' end.
Face-off win for the Bluebirds. Shot misses wide for Brooklyn Johnson. Pinching again is Kylie Scott, getting some good support as Tyson keeps it in. It's sent around. Brooklyn Johnson getting to it, out to the point. It bounces off the stick of Peterson and out to center. Peterson back into her own zone, sweeps it across to Brooklyn Johnson. Johnson's dump didn't work. She's able to get it back and now skates it into the zone. Shot, stick saved by Gross. Torma gets it ahead. Bumped there by was Megan O'Hearn. Got it to Ella, who pokes it into the Coon Rapids end. Champlin Park Coon Rapids, that is. Clear attempt by Kylie Scott. Turned right back in deep by Abby Elliott. Scott gets it to Delaney Johnson. Tipped off her stick. Tyson able to poke it out to center. Here's Megan O'Hearn. To Hammond. Gets it back to O'Hearn. O'Hearn will send it down and around. Hemmer can't stop it up, but able to poke it out to the point for Elliott. That shot is blocked. Bounces up high. Recovered by Hammond, staying out of the reach of Abby Peterson. Centered right through the crease, out to Newpower at the point. Her shot misses high and wide. Her can't clear. And now finally, Bluebirds able to get it out and then send it the length. Icing waved off. O'Hara will play it behind for Newpower. Jaden Kerr sends it back in deep. Emma Olson. Good effective body and strong forecheck, keeping things locked up deep in the end. Bolander stops it up, can't get it past the official and in deep. Hemmer will send it into the CPCR end. Hedlund lost it in her skates, got it back across to Bolander. That pass out of the reach of Carlson all the way down. That'll be icing. A little less than 30 seconds remaining in the opening period. Centennial leading Champlin Park Coon Rapids by a 2-0 score.
Yeah, and being outshot 7-4, which not a lot of shots for either squad here in this first period, but Centennial made 2 of their 4 shots count.
Gonna try that one again.
Yeah.
Cougars win the draw. The shot misses wide. Terabeza troubled by Thompson, able to get it back and send it out on the backhand all the way down. And that will be not be icing. Terabeza stops up the clearing attempt. O'Hara able to take it back, or Torma rather, able to take it back from her. O'Hara poking at it as well. But the buzzer will sound and Centennial will go to the locker room up by a pair. A pretty quick first period. Centennial capitalizes with a shorthanded goal and adds a kind of a funny one just a couple of minutes later. And they have a 2-0 lead. We'll take a break, be back with first period highlights after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey.
Hey, Dad, I need your help asking Jessica to prom.
Of course. Love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Hey, Jessica. Will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
In order for us to continue participating in athletics and activities,
We need to work together.
Wash your hands often, especially when you're in public areas.
If you're sick, stay home.
stay at least 6 feet away from other people, and do not hang out in groups.
Cover your nose and mouth with a mask or use a cloth face covering.
Help keep us in the game.
Please practice health and safety protocols so we can keep doing what we love. Mask up, Rebels.
Tornadoes.
Cardinals. Bengals.
Huskies. Mask up, Anoka Henderson.
Back in Centennial Ice Arena, the Cougars a 2-goal lead. Got on the board with a shorthanded tally, then added another one that just trickled home. And here's a look at it, forcing it out, and then a great saucer pass from Lauren O'Hara, buried by Megan Gaudreau.
Yeah, she found that far side.
You saw Cameron and Mayer just overcommitting a little bit to the blocker side, and then the shot from the point by Elliott, and she got a piece of it with a blocker, but it hops over and just trickles over the line.
Yeah, the Fighting Bluebirds are doing a good job. I mean, in terms of getting a little bit of pressure in on the Cougar net. They're out shooting the Cougars 7-4, but I've not found the back of the net at this point.
Well, I need to find more of those good scoring chances. A lot of shots from low angles. Have not really tested Caitlin Gross too much to this point, but we still got a lot of hockey to play. 17 minutes in the books, 34 minutes left in regulation. Second period starts right after this on CTF.
So I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Back at Centennial Ice Arena, the Cougars a 2-0 lead as we get set to drop the puck on period number 2.
I think this is the first time I've done this.
It's my fault. I got you talking.
You did.
Kind of did it on purpose.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. And, let's see what we can do with.
So we're gonna see Sam Boucher taking over the nets for Cameron Mayer for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids squad. Cam Mayer has been their starting keeper, but Boucher has been in a couple of games. And after that second goal, a little bit shaky, and 2 goals on 4 shots, they're gonna lift her and give Boucher a chance. Gross has been solid, but again, Coon Rapids Champlin Park just really hasn't gotten any grade A opportunities.
Nope.
And she has made the saves she's supposed to, which as a netminder, that's what you're looking for. Make the saves that you should, and then come up with a couple of big saves to keep us in the game, and that's what you're looking for. Good passing, and Boucher going to be tested, but that shot just misses wide. Good touch passing. Had an attack coming out of the corner, but the shot goes wide. And now Champlin Park Coon Rapids able to chip it out to center. Tyson kicks it along and regathers it into the zone. Backhand out front. Brooklyn Johnson just couldn't get a stick on it. O'Hara able to send it along. Slowed by the Fighting Bluebirds. Set back to the point. Scott, a shot, looking for a deflection. The stick save by Gross. Sent around Delaney Johnson. Will get there, and she's pressured, left it. Sent around by Torma. Delaney Johnson able to stop things up. O'Hara will circle away from pressure and skate ahead. Now moving it along to Gaudreau. Gaudreau had it kicked away by Delaney Johnson. Johnson can't kick them all. And this one will go all the way back down. No icing, as she did get a piece of it. Kylie Scott from behind her own net. Take it all the way to the other end. Tipped off her stick as she tried to cut out front. A backhand and a goal for Molly Terabeza.
Yeah, you talk about a big goal there. A nice job by Molly to get that backhand, get in front of the net, and get it behind Gross, which is certainly not easy to do.
Well, and Kylie Scott does all the work, skates it all the way down, and then had it tipped off her stick as she tried to cut out front before the Cougar defense could get on top of it. Tara Beza was there, and she's able to flip it home on the backhand. Just stays with it. And that is a giant goal,
It really
cutting
is.
the lead in half.
That's goal number 5 for Molly. She's now the leading goal scorer on this Fighting Bluebird squad. But a nice job there. She and Delaney Johnson were tied with 4 goals apiece coming into this game.
And 7 points.
And 7 points, correct.
And here's Tara Beza again down the right wing. Deflected away off her stick by Abby Elliott. Stopped up by Abby Ness. Tara Beza reaching for it. Got lost in her skates. Now turning with it is Hammond. Hammond gets it ahead to O'Hearn. O'Hearn able to get it into the zone. Hammond is shot the deflected wide. Elliott out at the point. Will send it back in deep. Megan O'Hearn, first one there. Pressured by Bolander. To try and cut out front. Sends it across. Shot by Ella O'Hearn. Blocked by Tara Beza. Recovered in the corner by Summer Francis. Here's Ella O'Hearn to the top of the slot. Her shot blocked. And Francis sends one wide. Ness sends it around. Tara Beza had it kicked away by Noelle Hemmer, and a shot and a top shelf goal for O'Hara. Reestablishes the 2-goal lead for Centennial.
That was a very pretty goal by O'Hara. She's able to flip it up and over Boucher. That's her 7th goal of the season. And she makes it 3-1 Centennial.
Great backhand feed from Hemmer. And a good finish for Lauren O'Hara to make it a 3-1 lead for Centennial. Coon Rapids back on the attack. Gets it in deep. Tyson trying to dig it free. Francis able to come out of the scrum with it. Now plays it off the boards all the way down. That'll be icing, and we'll have another face-off back in the Centennial end.
Yeah, tough to give up that goal shortly after you were able to cut the lead in half. But nonetheless, that was a pretty one.
Off the face-off. Gaudreau able to force it out to center. CPCR able to get it back in. Fleshin challenged by Tyson in the corner. Turning with it is Megan O'Hearn. Gets it to Gaudreau. Gaudreau cross ice, a little behind Ella O'Hearn, but she's able to get behind the defense on the breakaway, and she scores as she was being tripped. And it's a 4-1 lead for Centennial.
Yeah, she just stayed with that puck and did a nice job, even though she was being interfered with. She was able to get the puck in the back of the net. That was a pretty one. Goal number 3 for her. So you can see it there, just again, a little bit of trouble from behind, but she's able to keep the puck on her stick and get it past Boucher.
Here's another chance for Gaudreau. A shot up over the cage and off the glass. Elliott can't keep it in at the blue line. All the way down, but icing waved off as Flashing gets it behind her own net.
Another point for Gaudreau. She's got a goal and 2 assists tonight.
Backhand shot in close, but Cougars able to get a block, a clear, and it's out of play. I was just going to say that, actually, about Gaudreau. Yep. Face off to the right of Caitlin Gross. Tara Beza's shot is blocked. Del Castillo plays it down and around. Torma first one there for Centennial. She'll send it around, back behind, skipped off the stick of Hannah Thompson. Del Castillo pressuring. Kept in at the line by Hedlund. Stick save by Gross. Hemmer deflects it. That came loose. Ness to Del Castillo. A shot, a rebound, still loose.
Well, I don't know how that
came out, shot, and that hit traffic and went wide.
I don't know how that stayed out of the net. It looked like Centennial was that the Bluebirds were going to get another goal.
That'll be icing again, and great pressure, but puck stays out, as you mentioned. It's a great pass there from Ness. Quickly by Del Castillo. That little stick sweep
that was
by
big.
Gross was everything.
Yep, because Terabeza was right there.
That kept it back on the outside of her body. Kept her body between the puck and the net. Icing waved off as the puck is played all the way down. Kylie Scott left it behind. Nicole Hammond tried to disrupt. Abby Peterson gets it back to Kylie Scott. Scott looks, now moves it ahead. It skipped off the stick of Tyson. Hammond trying to get around Peterson. Loose puck picked up by Delaney Johnson. Delaney Johnson shoots. That's blocked by Elliott. Loose puck recovered by Hammond. Coming back 2-on-2 with Gaudreau at the blue line. Leaves it for Gaudreau. Gaudreau shoots. That's deflected wide. Brooklyn Johnson plays it back around behind. First one there is Thompson. Back behind. O'Hara recovers. O'Hara had it knocked down by Delaney Johnson. She can't clear. Gaudreau digs it free. Her shot stopped by Scott out front. Scott will skate with it. Battle at the blue line. Delaney Johnson able to get it to Abby Peterson.
Oh, how do you? Yeah, there you go.
I was going to say, how is that not a penalty?
Yeah,
pulled the stick out of Delaney Johnson's hands and threw it. And there will be a penalty coming up against Centennial.
As well, there should be.
They're going to call it unsportsmanlike. Could have called it a hold. And Delaney did take her down. It could have been, it's questionable that they were battling.
Well, I was watching the battle between them because she took Delaney down previous to that, and they've been kind of fighting back and forth. But you can't throw a stick at a player. I mean that.
Well, you can't rip it out of their hands
and throw it at them,
or away from them, as the case may be. I was just surprised at how long it took for the arm to go up.
I was as well.
Because if you throw it away from the player, it's delay a game. This case they call it unsportsmanlike. They win the draw and they get the clear as Peterson can't hold at the blue line. O'Hearn is pressuring Kylie Scott right into the corner. Scott gets it back to Delaney Johnson. Sets up on the far boards. Pass tipped away by Megan O'Hearn and a race back to the other end again. Kylie Scott is going to get beat by O'Hearn. Loose puck recovered by Peterson. Cross ice pass. Delaney Johnson has to come back for it. Ella O'Hearn able to get there first. Plays it for Gaudreau. Gaudreau leaves it for O'Hearn. O'Hearn pinched to the boards. Terabeza able to get it out of the zone. Gaudreau recovers back for Torma. Now Torma will send it all the way down. A little more than midway through the power play. And again, quick feet for the Cougars. Helps them win the race to that puck. And they continue another solid penalty kill just by getting possession, winning races, and preventing CPCR from getting a chance to set up. Finally, able to gain control. Her out to Brooklyn Johnson, back down to Jaden Her. She'll take it behind the net. Ness out to the point. Bolander will take the shot. Blocker save, rebound. Played into the corner.
Good opportunity for CPCR
It's
there.
a chance, a rebound, and again, great rebound chance. Another chance for Brooklyn Johnson, just goes wide. There were a couple of rebound chances there and good defense by the Cougars to tie up sticks and clear pucks and keep CPCR from cashing in with the advantage, and that power play is over.
Good job by the Cougars to fight that one off.
Out at center, Bolander will send it back in.
The Bluebirds are shooting the Cougars by more than a 2-1 advantage, 15-6. But as you mentioned, it's the score that counts, and 4 of those 6 shots have gone in the back of the net.
A chance out front, a shot just missing wide for Brianna Qualley. Played down low, Qualley again out front, Terabeza. A one-timer that just missed by inches. And the Cougars able to clear. Took a funny bounce right to Terabeza. Blocker saved by Gross. And Cougars are definitely concerned. They're running in their defensive end a bit. They're just getting the pucks and clearing them, despite having that 4-1 lead. The pressure is clearly coming from the team in blue. There's a chance for Terabeza out front. The one-timer just missed wide. Still a lot of hockey to be played, but CPCR needs one to get in. That one kind of a curveball or an off-speed pitch that came in on Gross. She was able to handle it and get it in between the pads for the whistle.
Yeah, you are correct. They need one to, as you mentioned, plenty of time left, but down by 3, they would certainly like to get a goal here in the next minute or so, a couple minutes anyway. See if they can cut into that lead and cut that lead in half. I mean, they've been putting a lot of pressure in on the Cougars' net.
Johnson back to Hedlund. Hedlund looking for a redirect out front, but again, Cougars defenders doing a good job of taking away the Bluebird sticks.
Yep.
There were Bluebird players out there, but they couldn't get their sticks on the puck. That's how you play the game.
It is.
Funny thing about defending in your own zone is you can get close to the other team's players and lift their sticks or stop their sticks from getting to pucks. Makes it a lot harder to score. This one will be icing against Champlin Park Coon Rapids. 6:13 to play. Period number 2, a 4-1 lead for the Cougars.
When I was talking to Coach Coltis before the game, I said, how are you goaltenders playing? And he said, well, Cameron's been playing pretty well, but Sam also, and you saw she's getting the opportunity here in period number 2, had been playing well.
Neither of them, I think, would be happy with their saves percentage thus far.
No, definitely not.
It's according to our scoreboard, as Mayer had just 50% saves in the first period, and Boucher still looking for first save. 2 goals allowed on 2 shots officially here in the second period. Scott pressured, able to keep the puck, gets it to Emma Olsen. Her pass out of the reach of Qualley on the far side. Thompson will stop up in the corner, passes across the zone. Hemmer had a pass that handcuffed Paige Davidson, but Hemmer now trying to center out front, knocked down by the glove of Kylie Scott, and she will skate to the other end. Scott trying to flip it off the boards to get around Thompson. Thompson able to chip it away. Hemmer will play it through the traffic in front of the CPCR bench all the way down. That'll be icing. And we'll have another face-off in the Centennial end. 5:16 left in the second.
Yeah, Centennial so far just 4 shots in the first period. Now just so far just 2 here in period number 2.
Off the face-off into the corner. Behind the net is Ella O'Hearn. Her pass taken away by Tara Beza. Tried to get it back to Del Castillo. Loose puck is picked up by Waller. Or I'm sorry, Ellie Newpower was able to get it all the way to the other end. Leave it for O'Hearn. O'Hearn had it kicked off her stick. Tara Beza able to get past the defender. And one-on-one to the other end. Cuts out front, a backhand, and a big save for Gross. Played out front, walking in Bolander. That shot is blocked into the corner. Centering attempt taken away by Goudreau. Pass skips off the stick of Hammond, and she'll just sweep it in deep where Boucher will set it up behind the net for Kennedy Bolander. Bolander plays it ahead out of the reach of Tyson, and it'll be picked up by Torma just inside her own blue line. O'Hara will flip it in on the backhand, knocked away from Hemmer. O'Hara had it, but then had it taken away, then takes it right back. O'Hara backhand, stick save by Boucher. Deflected out of the zone by Brooklyn Johnson. Hemmer from her own blue line will find some room into the Bluebirds' end. A shot save made by the blocker of Sam Boucher.
There's that first save.
Brooklyn Johnson couldn't quite get a stick on that. Turned around. Summer Francis plays it across. O'Hearn sends it through the slot. Nobody home in a white jersey. Hacked at by Delaney. Johnson can't get past Torma. Brooklyn Johnson able to get it ahead for Tyson. Now gets it back. And then stripped by Goudreau. Goudreau had it knocked away by Bolander. Puck comes right back to her. Goudreau into the zone. Tried to toe drag. Tipped off her stick. Delaney Johnson will send it around. Brooklyn Johnson trying to tip it past Torma, but cannot. In the corner, the battle between Goudreau and Hedlund. Delaney Johnson comes away with it. Johnson through center into the Centennial end. Take the shot, and it's gloved by Gross for the faceoff.
Yeah, relatively easy save for Gross there as it just came softly into her glove. 2:46 remaining here in the second period. Centennial holding a 4-1 lead.
Puck comes around to Ella O'Hearn. She plays it back for Flashin. Round behind. Moved ahead for Goudreau and out of the zone to Megan O'Hearn. Now right back. And Elliott will play it off the near boards for O'Hearn. Poked away by Peterson. Picked up by Goudreau. Here's O'Hearn with a one-timer that just goes over the net.
As she tried to flip that up and over Boucher.
Megan O'Hearn sends it back around. Elliott pinching. Flipped up the boards by Olsen. Here's Goudreau, his shot and a goal. And it's 5-1. And Megan Goudreau, 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists already in the contest.
Yeah, that was, and again, the nice goal there. Her second, as you mentioned. There's Goudreau as she's able to get it past Boucher relatively easily.
A lot of traffic between the puck and the net. O'Hearn, or Goudreau rather, uses a little bit of a screen and able to stretch the lead to 4 goals. Kylie Scott flips around Thompson, able to recover, looking to center. Nobody can get to it. Here's Hedlund walking in. Her shot bounces around, deflected into the corner. Scott behind for Abby Ness. Tried to center, broken up by Torma. O'Hara plays it around. Francis recovers. She's stopped up by Terabeza. Molly Terabeza staying out of the reach. And a play out front, and one-timer for Del Castillo, stopped by Gross. Puck still loose. Finally recovered by Francis. Tried to cut across, lost the handle, then able to get it back. And now played back in deep by Abby Peterson. Torma for Hemmer at the blue line. Ahead for Ella O'Hearn, tipped off her stick, then taken away by Delaney Johnson. O'Hara sends it in deep. Abby Peterson off the boards, out to center ice where Jaden Herr moves it along. Brooklyn Johnson had it swept off her stick by Gaudreau. She's pressured in the corner by Delaney Johnson. Torma comes to help. Centering pass went off the side of the net. Now Gaudreau will send it ahead. Megan O'Hearn able to force it past Bolander into the zone. She takes the shot, the save by Boucher. Ella O'Hearn circles away from Peterson. Stopped up by Delaney Johnson, who kicks it to Brooklyn Johnson, who gets it out to center. A 2-on-1 across to Jaden Herr. Herr will take this shot, the save by Gross. Swept out to center by Gaudreau. Fired right back in by Bolander. And that will do it for period number 2. CPCR got an early goal to make it 2-1, but Centennial adds 3 more. They lead 5-1 as we head toward the third. We'll take a break and be back with more action from Centennial Ice Arena after this on CTN.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Back at Centennial Ice Arena, the Cougars extending their lead through the second period despite being heavily outshot by the visiting Fighting Bluebirds. Champlin Park Coon Rapids able to get one back, tighten it to a 1-goal contest just a minute and a half in. Kylie Scott, good end-to-end rush, but it was tipped off her stick at the last second. Molly Terabeza stays with it, flips it home on the backhand. But despite having many more chances at that end in that period, they just could not find the answer to Gross. There you saw it, a couple of chances on rebounds, but good defense, able to clear it away. And then at the other end, O'Hara able to bury one top shelf. A little less than 3 minutes into that period. And then Ella O'Hearn reaching back to get one from behind her, going on a breakaway. And then late in the period, it was Megan Gaudreau netting her second of the night to give her team a 5-1 lead.
We were just waiting for Gaudreau to score another goal.
Well, 17 more minutes. So far, Caitlin Gross has been pretty solid. Her defense has helped out very well. Champlin Park Coon Rapids has put on a lot of pressure. They had 13 shots on goal in that second period, but they're trailing by 4. Take a break and be back with the third period after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey.
In order for us to continue participating in athletics and activities,
We need to work together.
Wash your hands often, especially when you're in public areas.
If you're sick, stay home.
stay at least 6 feet away from other people, and do not hang out in groups.
Cover your nose and mouth with a mask or use a cloth face covering. Help keep us in the game.
Please practice health and safety protocols so we can keep doing what we love. Mask up, Rebels.
Tornadoes.
Cardinals. Bengals.
Huskies. Mask up, Anoka Henderson.
Back at Centennial Ice Arena, the Cougars a 5-1 lead over Champlin Park Coon Rapids, despite the fact they have been heavily out-chanced and outshot through that second period. But Centennial making the most of their opportunities.
They took advantage of them.
Well, and again, credit to the defense of Centennial that Champlin Park Coon Rapids had a couple of great chances, and Gross left some rebounds, but the Bluebirds could not get to the rebounds because they had their sticks taken away. They had bodies on them, and that's what you need to do in order to be effective. If your goalie can make that first save, she doesn't have to make a second one. That leads to a lot of success.
Absolutely does, and I think that's kind of the way they've been doing things all year long.
Well, again, outside of the 2 losses to Maple Grove and Andover, the Cougars had allowed just 5 goals total through their 7 wins, including 3 shutouts.
Yeah, just the one, obviously, tonight. So far.
Good poke check by Kylie Scott. Interrupts the zone entry, but played in deep. Abby Peterson plays it behind. And Kylie Scott waits, now sends it across. Delaney Johnson tips it ahead, went off Thompson. Delaney Johnson gets it back, but then as she went to move, Thompson able to tip it away. Back the other way comes Hemmer. Hemmer trying to go wide and cut back into the middle. Still has the puck with her and shoots it just wide as she got past both Peterson and Scott. Scott will skate to center. Kylie Scott into the zone. Trying to give it to Abby Ness. Ness didn't know it was with her and able to put something on Gross, but not a lot on it. And the Cougars able to break it out quickly the other side. O'Hearn had it knocked off her stick, still pressured. Got it back to Gaudreau. Gaudreau's shot stopped and then covered by Boucher.
Yeah, she put that one in deep on Boucher, and smart play by Sam just to cover up that one and make sure that they didn't get any additional chances. There you see it.
Another look at it. It
Yep,
cut
just
her up
dropped on
high
it.
a little bit, but able to drop it right in front of her. Hop on top. Gaudreau sends it back. New power ahead. That pass didn't click with O'Hearn, so sent back in by the Bluebirds. Del Castillo loses the handle behind the net. Gaudreau flips it high, glove down by Bolander. Bolander able to walk in from the point. A shot that just misses wide on the far side. Terabeza able to steal it back, looking for a shooting lane. A chance in close on the backhand for Ness, but Gross able to make the save.
And Ness with a great chance. She just puts it right in to Gross. And Gross is right there to cover up the puck.
Face off to the right of Caitlin Gross. Flipped right on net by Delaney Johnson. Tyson trying to center, went off the side of the net. Coming down from the point was Kylie Scott. And now trying to get past her is Francis. Francis had it poked away by Scott. Erica Tyson able to recover. Can't get past Hemmer behind the net. Poked free by O'Hara. O'Hara keeping it away from Scott. Now pressured by Delaney Johnson. On her knees, able to play it down low. Centering pass and a good stick there by Abby Peterson to make sure that Francis wouldn't have a shot on the one-timer. Centering pass disrupted by Delaney Johnson. Played to the line but not out. Hemmer sends it down and around. Peterson sends it ahead, skips away from Tyson. Delaney Johnson gives chase, trying to center. Torma is right there with her. They battle for it behind the net. A centering pass is going to exit the zone, back out to center. Allie Hedlund trying to get it back to Terabeza and does. She sweeps it in deep. Elliott stops up behind the net. Pass doesn't click on the far side. Sent back in by Del Castillo. Another pass. That one skips over the stick of Gaudreau. Goes all the way down, and icing is going to get waved off as it was running out of steam. Hedlund had it stolen away by Gaudreau. And now recovered by Terabeza. Sent ahead and poked out to center by Del Castillo. And this is going to be the first penalty of the game against Champlin Park Coon Rapids. Abby Ness going to be going for the trip. And Centennial's first chance on the power play. Looks like they might call it a slash instead.
Well, yeah, and again, with the way that Centennial can score, you certainly don't want to be on the power play trailing by 4, or in the penalty box trailing by 4 goals. And you can see it there, and Ness brings her down.
Puck cleared around, but not out. Kept in at the line by O'Hara. Kicked out by Tyson. She's pinched off it. Francis plays it back in. Right back out by Kennedy Bolander. Lauren O'Hara back in her own end, trailed by Erica Tyson. Ella O'Hearn across to Thompson. Thompson. Pass out of the reach of O'Hearn. Delaney Johnson will sweep it back into the Centennial end. O'Hara hands off for Summer Francis into the zone. Francis stops up in the corner. Got it lost in the referee's skates. Played around the boards, but kept in by Gaudreau. Skips over the head of Ella O'Hearn. Francis will swing it around for O'Hara. O'Hara chips it to Thompson. Thompson pressured by Johnson, swept to that end. And Johnson able to get in and get the steal. Walks out front, a backhand and a big save by Gross.
Yeah, really good opportunity for Johnson, too, as she was able to, nice stick work to get around and get an opportunity for herself.
Jaden Hurd will send it in. Tara Beza, first one there, tips it. Around. Tara Beza still giving some pressure against Hammond. Played back in deep. Behind the net goes Morgan O'Hearn. I've been calling her Megan all day. I just realized it's Morgan. There's a couple of Megans on the team. I apologize. Morgan O'Hearn. Here's Hammond. Tipped off her stick at the blue line. Kylie Scott will send it down right on Gross. Deflected for Abby Elliott. Elliott gets it turned up ice. The power play is over. No shots on goal for the Cougars with that advantage. Played up the board. Scott sends it into the far corner. First one there is Emma Strauss, played out front by the Cardinals. A shot through traffic, deflected in on Gross. She's able to make the save. Kylie Scott trying to cut out front, a chance for Strauss, another chance on the backhand, and she's not able to get good wood on it. It's a good chance for Emma Olsen again. That's the way we saw the Cardinals score before, was Kylie Scott dragging it to the front, had it knocked off her stick. And again, we saw a couple of good chances for the forwards just staying there in support. A shot from Scott was stopped out front. The pass behind the defense to O'Hearn. And there's a shot and a goal for Francis following the play as Boucher had to come out and challenge O'Hearn as it got away from her.
Absolutely did.
But as she poked it away, it went right to Summer Francis, and Francis able to bury it and make it a 6-1 lead.
Yeah, again, that's a tough one, coming out and trying to challenge. But you got to give, you give Cougars credit. They've got 11 shots on goal, and 6 of them have gone in. And you mentioned it earlier, taking advantage of opportunities. There's Emma Strauss with an opportunity for the Bluebirds. Francis has her 5th goal of the season.
O'Hara can't get through the traffic. Shot saved, rebound. Slapped at but poked away by Bolander. Delaney Johnson is shot, stick save made, and then poked to the corner by Gross. Brooke Johnson trying to center, broken up by O'Hara. Battle continues in the corner. Dug free by O'Hara. Pressured by Brooklyn Johnson. She's taken down. Bluebirds play it in, but off sides, and then O'Hara just plays it the length of the ice. That'll be icing, but she'll get a chance to get off. 9:15 to play. A 5-goal Centennial lead.
Yeah, an opportunity for both teams to get some fresh skaters on the ice. Yeah, and the Bluebirds in a hole here with a little under 10 minutes remaining.
Shot by Tara Beza, saved by Gross. Rebound cleared around Abby Peterson. Will send it back in deep. Skips away from Elliott. Recovered by Del Castillo. Back out to the point. Shot deflected just wide by Abby Ness. Cougars able to get it out to center. Davidson will dump it in deep. Hedlund had to come back to control. Pressured there by Hammer. Bluebirds able to get it to center. Pass ahead, broken up by Elliott. Then she lost the handle. Morgan O'Hearn had to stop up and regroup, trying to get away from Tara Beza. Got it back to Abby Elliott, who played it across. Kept in by Hedlund. Played out and down. Icing waved off as it went right past Del Castillo, who was making a line change. Long pass ahead. Brooklyn Johnson will play it in deep. She's bumped off it. Jaden Hurd gets a stick lift, gets the puck out front, and the shot just misses wide for Brooklyn Johnson. Hurd centering again, and Brooklyn Johnson had a chance, and Gross got a save on it. Gaudreau recovers now. Gaudreau sends it back to the corner, and now ahead for Ella O'Hearn. Gets around the defense, in behind the net. Tied up there by Scott, poked away by Delaney Johnson. Kylie Scott now tied up by O'Hearn. Delaney Johnson there to support. Battle continues. Her got the puck, but her pass taken away by Davidson. Her shot deflected into the corner. Ella O'Hearn, and now Gaudreau. Gaudreau coming away with it. Centering pass off the stick of Davidson. Back the other way come the Bluebirds. Brooklyn Johnson plays it all the way down. Gross sticks it into the corner. Played in deep. Bluebirds break it back out. That one out of the reach of Abby Swanstrom. Thompson turns away from her just into the Centennial end. Back across, Summer Francis misses wide. Bolander sweeps it around, kept in at the line by Thompson. That shot is blocked. Francis a chance to save and cover for Sam Boucher.
Yeah, Francis did a nice job of getting that rebound and then getting an opportunity right in front of the net. And Boucher able to come up with the save, but again, the Cougars doing a good job of pressuring. And again, being outshot 30-13. Right in the midsection of Boucher.
Bolander able to break things up behind the net. Kept in on the far side by Flashin. Bluebirds able to break out near side, but then O'Hara breaks it up. Nats had it taken away by Flashin. And now Summer Francis gains control and plays it around the boards. Bolander sends it back toward the front, taken away by O'Hara. Moves it ahead. Francis tried to get it back to her. That was out of her reach. Broken up, but played out to center by Hemmer. Dumped back in by Brooke Del Castillo. O'Hara tripped up, and that'll be a penalty against the Bluebirds. Centennial will get another chance on the power play.
Yeah, there you see the time remaining. 5:21 here in the third period, and a comfortable 6-1 lead for the Cougars.
kind of skated through the
yeah.
contact and then just couldn't keep it up. I mean, it's the right call.
Yeah, it is.
Penalty kill pretty solid for the Fighting Bluebirds last time out earlier in this period. Did not allow a shot on goal and actually able to get some pressure shorthanded. Torma plays it back for Elliott, and now Elliott gets it back from Morgan O'Hare.
Well, the Cougars certainly, even though they're on the power play, happy to take time off the clock with 4:44 remaining.
Kylie Scott able to send it to length. Cleared by Gross. Brooklyn Johnson staying on it. Now picked up by Hammond and played back for Elliott. Elliott across, that kind of handcuffed Noelle Hemmer. Back to the other end, Allie Hedlund chased behind the net by Nicole Hammond. Able to play it out to center. Summer Francis had it momentarily. Back the other way comes O'Hara. O'Hara walking in. Now circling away toward the board. Back out to the point for Thompson. Thompson across. Gaudreau back to Thompson. Back to Gaudreau. She'll take the shot. That deflected wide, and Francis was sitting at that back post and nearly had that puck come to her with a wide open net.
Wide
but
open.
It bounced away from her. Deflected just wide that time, and now sent the length of the ice by Jaden Hurd. Terabeza, first one there for CPCR. Sweep it back into the corner as it was nothing but white jerseys all the way around her. Gaudreau's pass tipped away by Jaden Hurd. O'Hara will send it back behind for Thompson again. Back to O'Hara as Delaney Johnson out of the box had an opportunity and tripped up into the corner as she and O'Hara both went for the puck. Ella O'Hearn back across for Thompson. Knocked away by Dana Carlson. Emma Strauss pressuring far side, stepping up. Shelby Julian try and keep him in. Emma Strauss able to tie up near the red line, gets possession, gets it across to Carlson. Carlson is shot, rebound, and I'm not sure if that chance got through. That pass out of the reach for New Power, and it's going to go all the way down. That'll be icing. 2:31 left in this third period, and Centennial set to move to 8-2 on the season, and the Fighting Bluebirds will fall to 3-5.
Yeah, it was 2-1 early in the game, but it's been all Centennial since that point. Good opportunity looked like a good opportunity by Emma Strauss, but she was marked well off the puck.
Clearing attempt broken up by Davidson, and now she pressures into the corner as Allie Hedlund swings it around. Morgan O'Hearn able to take it away from Carlson on the near boards. Hedlund ahead, tipped into the zone by Delaney Johnson. Bolander can't keep it in. Abby Elliott flips it into her team bench, and that'll get a face-off in their end with 1:45 left.
The breaks that the opportunities that Centennial have received here, only 13 shots so far in this hockey game, but if you make them count like that, the percentages are great. You don't need a lot of shots if you're going to score about on almost half your shots.
That's not something that's going to happen often.
Not at all. I'm surprised at the low amount of shots by them. 32 by the Bluebirds.
Backhand chance for Terabeza, denied by Gross and cleared the length by Centennial. Icing waved off. Bolander will get there first and play it around out of the reach of Hedlund. Hurd can't get it out. Comes back to Hedlund. She's pressured by Hemmer. Tied up along that end board. O'Hara tied up there by Del Castillo. Into the final minute. Guard's able to play it out to center. Centering pass, Terabeza trying to get to it, but Gross will cover it up. And we'll have at least one more face-off.
Gross certainly has played a stellar game here tonight. You know, she's faced 34 shots, stopped 33 of them, according to the scoreboard.
Olsen keeping it in. Emma Strauss in there paddling as well. Comes free to Swanstrom, trying to get it. It's in her feet, and it's poked in on Gross. And she covers for another faceoff.
Of course, Emma Strauss, the daughter of our own Eric Strauss, had a couple of goals in the JV game, a 3-0 win for the Bluebirds. Getting an opportunity to get some additional ice time here at the varsity level.
Well, and I think, you know, Coach Coltis and his team have a lot of positives to take away from this. You know, this is a team 17th in state that they really outplayed the majority of the game. But, you know, credit Centennial. The goaltending of Gross was a big factor, obviously, but her defense was outstanding in front of her, making sure that Coon Rapids Champlin Park did not get a lot of those second chance opportunities. And just limiting their shots to one and done, and also you know, keeping a lot of those shots from coming in those grade A scoring spots. A lot more coming from low angles and from a distance out and from the sides. But you know, a lot of positives that CPCR can skate away with. Unfortunately, a victory is not one of them.
No, it's definitely not. As you mentioned, they're going to drop to 3-6 on the season. Their next game is Saturday. That's right.
Against Andover.
That's right, against Andover, number 1 in the state.
We'll be there. But before then, we've got a gymnastics webcast against Park Center on Wednesday. Boys basketball at Champlin Park on Friday. Girls hockey hosting Andover on Saturday afternoon. But a lot more to come here on CTN, but that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Centennial, it's the Cougars 6, the Fighting Bluebirds 1. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.